welcome to Dice and Dynamics. While other live play podcasts or just in general live media may rely on positivity and not dissing other media, that is not us. I'm here to continue a dangerous prerogative. I don't know. So, we here at Dice and Dynamics are committed to telling a long form, extended, consistent story. While some media that is going to go unnamed may struggle with continuing a long form story in a consistent world, we here at Dice and Dynamics will not struggle with that. Please sponsor us. Please.
Thanks, Fish. What a great read-in.
I'm going to need this Warriors Cats drama later.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, last we left off in our Descent into Avernus campaign, we have long left the Baldur's Gate of the title behind, made our way to Candlekeep, and then now find ourselves under a mesa in the Onorok Desert, looking down at what appears to be a subterranean artificial jungle. And actually, no, you're not looking down on it anymore, because last session you descended the hand-hewn cavern into the artificial desert, experiencing some of its sort of odd idiosyncrasies as you did so, to include the artificial wind and, of course, being sort of illuminated by the artificial light. Upon making your way a little bit into the jungle in pursuit of sort of the center, I believe you guys were going to the sort of temple ziggurat-like complex in the middle. You turned around to view the tunnel that you had just descended, and saw a large contingent of dragon cultists descending behind you. And that is where we will pick up.
It's always the dragon cultists, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think someone might have... Maybe we should have...
I don't... We probably followed from the beginning.
Yeah, what, statistically speaking, what do you think are the chances of us meeting them on a friendly... No, because the thing is, they're just gonna, take it, right? They're just gonna take... Because that's what they did over...
At the, Cult of the Dead 3, they just walked in and they took whatever they wanted.
And then they're totally gonna just take that, and then also probably kill us.
And also, if the portal is available or open at the ziggurat, they're going to use it for whatever they want to use it for.
And as much as I would love delivering more souls to Our Lady Zariel, I feel like this ain't the best course of action. I feel like they shouldn't go to hell, as much as I would love to send them there.
There's specific factors
Well, if we kill them, if we kill them, then they'll be going to hell regardless.
Right, but I mean, with the physical entity. But I mean, that also, depends. I mean, do bad people really go to hell? I feel like we haven't really explored that, because we do know from El Terrell that good people certainly do go to hell. So...
Well, that was via a contract unwittingly made.
Right. So
maybe they have a contract that goes to more specific.
Right, exactly.
Well,
don't you enter into a sort of unknown contract when you devote yourself to some sort of cause? Maybe there's a dragon cultist heaven, right? They die for the cult, so they go to heaven. You know? I mean, that's how a lot of things work. I mean, I don't believe in it, but other people do.
In heaven?
What do you think dragon cult hell is like?
No dragons, I imagine.
Well, no, because it's hell, so there wouldn't be any dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, oh, what
We should
direction?
probably walk.
So because is going to motion for them to keep walking.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Sure. Who is leading?
Not Marty.
Do we want
This
to
is
keep
the-
it like it was before? Jeremina, Olin, Silkez, Marty?
I like that.
oh, babies, y'all want me to lead?
Clarification. What I mean by lead is function as a guide through
Mhm.
the jungle.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, Silkez has. Let me see Silkez's survival score really quick. And then...
Yeah, Marty is a city girl, so even if her survival is good, I'm going to say that it doesn't really count here.
Olin's a 4 and he did a lot of walking through the woods.
Yeah, Marty is a +2.
Yeah. Silkez is also a 4. I think he's good with underground things, but when it comes to jungles, it's going to be a little iffy.
This
I
jungle
mean,
is
we
underground.
are underground.
Listen!
I'm about to make a character decision. You guys,
Mhm.
Jeremy's gonna offer herself up, but she does have the worst. But she's gonna go. Well, I mean, I feel pretty confident. Jungle's a jungle. I pretty much
Have you
know
ever
the
been
core-
in a jungle?
No, but like I've read about them, and I know the core tenets, right? Which is 1, don't assume you know everything. 2, water. 3, don't touch anything. Everything wants to kill you. And I think that's pretty. I think that's it. I think that's solid.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Would you say that's everything?
No, I'm sure there's other stuff, but like I said, you can't
Mhm.
assume you know everything. That's a first rule.
Yeah.
You can't be arrogant. And of course, I'm not an arrogant person. I'm proud, vain, sadistic at times, cruel, a bit of a shrew, not arrogant.
As you were listing that series of things, you feel a warm sensation off of the weapon on your hip.
What the fuck?
Is it Dendar? Baby?
Sorry, my whip's giving me encouragement, so my whip agrees.
With which part?
I don't know. Oh, the listing off the things. Yeah.
I guess it likes lists.
Yeah. Shit, me too. I do like
Dendar the list serpent.
It's just one of those
Yeah,
things where,
that's
where it's one of those very specific, gods or saints where it's got Dendar the night serpent, but they also have other areas of responsibilities like lists.
Uh-huh.
Dendar loves a good
Okay,
list.
You know what? I think I'll take the lead here. I'm already at the front of the line. I've got this shit on lock.
Okay.
All right. I'll keep a lookout as we walk.
Thank you, Toby. Appreciate you.
Yep. EV3 and I will keep an eye out as well. Marty is still like on
Jeremy, are
EV3's
you
shoulders.
confident in your decision? You're
Wow.
making that face.
Oh
Me?
no,
Okay.
now I forgot to take ibuprofen and put on my compression shocks today. So cause my feet killing me. I can already feel them swelling.
All right. Forward.
All right, so I feel pretty confident that we should go. Wind's blowing a good east.
Were we able to glean the direction of the ziggurat on our way down?
Yeah. It's pretty central to the cavern, and even with sort of enough head wobbling, there is the jungle canopy itself is not very dense where you're at right now. You can sort of see the little tippy top of it from the ground where you're standing.
So we
Okay,
just gotta keep going that direction. There is no wind here. I keep forgetting that.
Yes.
All right, we are just gonna walk there.
Excellent. You set forward with your group. Go ahead and roll me a survival check. as you make your way into the jungle.
Jeremy
I'm
out
so
here
excited for this.
struggling.
I'm so excited to see what Fish rolls.
10.
10? Okay. All right. And with that, somebody go ahead and roll me a D100.
Dibs. And here we go. That's going to be a 38.
38. Oh,
Oh. Yeah, okay. Because it's a D100. I was like, what?
okay. So. Oh, fucking excellent.
Oh no.
So, as you step off and begin to make your way into the into sort of this artificial jungle. One of the things that makes it feel so artificial is the lack of undergrowth. Pretty much this jungle is comprised almost entirely of trees. So there's sort of this strange dichotomy where there's these large looming trees that are kind of cutting off some of the artificial light that's coming from that sort of false sun up above. But you don't feel any brushing of undergrowth or things like that on your ankles or shins as you move through sort of the area between the trees. And as you begin to come into what is effectively an opening, and you see sort of a pillar of light coming down from the artificial light source on the on sort of the roof of the cavern. You slowly see, basically it's almost as though a curtain is drawing across the light, and eventually it's snuffed out, not in a way that completely blacks out the area. There is still a very faint light coming down through that pillar, that in the way that it's clearly trying to create the sensation of dusk, early night, and there's no way of knowing if once again that curtain is going to be drawn again and it's going to get darker. As you approach the clearing, you see a scene, for lack of a better word. There is a circle of stones in the middle of the clearing, and around that are not really decaying, but almost like solidified. I don't want to say mummified because that kind of gives the wrong term, but they're preserved, but
Petrified?
Petrified. That is an excellent word. Bags, equipment, leathers. There's various things that look like weapons sort of laid alongside them that have a very heavy patina. Their sort of wood handles look very ashen or splintered, just sort of worn over time with the what moisture was left in there, sort of inside of them having been pulled out over time. It's just a very eerie scene that makes it seem like whoever established this camp left in quite a hurry.
Well,
Silkaz,
yes.
is this real?
Elaborate.
Silkaz, I feel like I'm asking a pretty straightforward fucking question.
Well, real in the sense of we are here in the moment, real in the sense of
Oh,
maybe somebody set up the camp to look a certain way and then make it seem as if there were people here. Real in the sense of has anybody actually been here in however long and this is just leftovers.
I guess real as in like an illusion, a trap, or you know? It feels staged.
It seems like everything look set up specifically, or like it was left in a hurry?
It does look like it was set up very intentionally. Like whoever placed these things down did so in a very diligent manner. But also at the same time, whether or not, like, you do see some weapons, but other packs don't have weapons, so they may have been taken if a person did leave in a hurry. It's not every single little sort of pack area is the same. There's just multiple of them sort of spread throughout what clearly at one time was a.
I think that it might not necessarily be a trap, but whoever was here might have been trapped.
Do we need to... Olin,
Da.
you want to check through those bags for anything useful?
That's fine with me.
Alright.
Olin is going to slowly walk into the area, but he's going to check for any tripwires or anything physical trapped in nature.
Okay. Investigation or perception, your choice.
+7? Fucking perception? 22?
Okay. You walk into the sort of the clearing and see these sort of old, decrepit, petrified, excellent word, packs, and you look around and you don't get the sense that this area is trapped. And as you sort of peer around on one of the very sort of artificial, though alive, but artificial looking trees, you see some sort of mark, but it's very, very sort of faded, or like the bark is beginning to reclaim what it was.
What it's lost?
Yeah.
Okay. So since he...
Okay, yeah, sure. So you make your way over to the first pack, and you're able to sort of flip the top of this pack. It seems to be like a very small, almost like day pack, or you could maybe do 72 hours on this thing. You sort of flip the top, and there's sort of a crunching, cracking sound as this dehydrated leather just kind of is forced back. And inside of the pack, you see what is sort of, I mean, it's effectively dust at this point, but you can kind of make out that this was likely a ration kit. As you sort of poke around, you find utensils that have been carved from wood that sort of have that same sort of worn, splintery effect. And then alongside of this pack, there's sort of a long, flat-looking paddle. It doesn't. It seems like it's all in a very bad state. You certainly wouldn't want to carry any of this equipment.
Muted on stream. Olin will look back and go, "Though is nothing. This is all old stuff. It's broken, old."
Well, anything of note? Any signs, insignias?
He'll look for anything on the pack on the outside of the pack with for insignias or any patches.
You take a look at the leather, and there isn't really any insignia. There's a very small but very detailed border of like interlocking concentric sort of square motif that goes around the flap, but not much more than that.
And nothing that really shows an insignia that Olin would understand as a crest or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay. No, it just looks like adventuring packs like we have. Just Inside, it's everything is really old and crusty.
That's weird.
Da. But no, nothing here.
Okay.
That's interesting. Can Marty come up and look and see if she can place how old any of this is?
Sure. You can you enter the sort of encampment area and take a look. You can either make a nature check or a nature check or a history check to see if you can place the age or origin of these items.
Okay.
May I do a thing?
You may.
While the group is investigating the camp, Silkus is going to look out and like pan around the jungle that's around the clearing to see if he can see or hear anything or anyone approaching.
Okay. Send a perception check.
Mother.
Alright, I'm
Right.
going to go with history.
Okay.
15.
15. So you do your best, but there really isn't much to go on, and the advanced degraded nature of the objects here is really hard to place from a historical perspective.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea how long these have been here. I mean, I can't imagine they've been here. They were just placed here recently, given their state. But I mean,
if you look at how dried and cracked that leather is, the thing with good worn leather like that, easy over 100 years. That's just my guess. You don't, especially, is it humid?
Is it humid down here?
Yes.
It's a there isn't really much in the way of like there's no humidity in the air really. It's kind of just a flat cold feeling air, but you don't necessarily feel water droplets in it. So it's like a dry cold.
So it's like coniferous forest humidity, not actual jungle humidity.
Yep. It just looks like a jungle.
I mean, these are fucking old.
Yeah.
Also,
what's with that fucking paddle?
What'd you roll, Silkos?
21.
Okay. As you make your sort of visual inspection of the exterior of the clearing, you do find a interesting sight, and that interesting sight is on the opposite side of the clearing, sort of just past the pack and tree that Olin had inspected. So sort of like one, we'll say, ring of trees past, you see a pile of something at the base of a tree, and shifting your gaze, and also with your dark vision and having, obviously been from the Underdark, etc., you're able to place that as a pile of bones.
Well, there is a pile of bones across the way underneath that tree. He'll nudge Jeremina and point.
What?
There's bones underneath that tree. Across the clearing, over there. Bones. Bones.
Bones? Oh, Jeremy's going to walk forward and inspect the bones.
Okay. They are a pile of bones. Go ahead and make a medicine check or nature check, your choice.
All the same roll to me. Oh, I hate playing a non-skill monkey character. I'm never doing it.
Jermina's job is whack.
What'd you get? They are certainly bones. And one thing you are able to determine as you sort of sift through the pile is you take a look and you can clearly see what appears to be the crown of a human head. They're definitely human.
Okay. As the presiding doctor over the situation, I have concluded human. Noid.
Solid.
Definitely humanoid. It's got all of the markings. Skull. Skull cap. Bones. It's got the femoris. It's got the
The femoris.
and
The-
most importantly, it's got the Achilles heel.
Mhm.
So
DM,
Yes.
based on the fact that Jeremina said the word femoris, can Marty assume that these need a better look?
Yes, I would say that may indicate to you that there may be more to find with regards to this bone pile.
Also, it is actually the Ackles heel now because we wouldn't have Achilles.
It's true.
True. But
Marty, why are you
well, yeah, we can. Well, I mean, I think it'd be. I would like to see the bones.
why? I already wrapped it up. I already investigated it.
Well, I think that it might be worth taking a, second opinion.
Because my opinion isn't good enough.
No.
So why do you need to take a second look? I mean, it's just
Corroboration.
Well,
you've got the soulless suplex. You know the thing in
Mhm.
between on your chest. You got
yeah,
the adrenal cavity.
the adrenal cavity.
Yeah, Marty, go ahead and take a fucking look. I don't know what I'm doing.
Marty would like to take a look,
Do
please.
that.
Okay, nature or medicine, your choice.
I will do a medicine check.
Baby, I know I'm sensitive, but just tell me, okay?
No.
I'll talk a big shit until someone kicks it, okay? Just
It's femur and humerus are two different things. I'm sorry. I rolled a 17.
A 17. So you take a look at the bones, and the first thing that becomes very apparent is it may be very clear why Jeremina was confused, because many of the bones, such as the femur or humerus or radius, ulna, etc., you find several of them that are cut sheer from their opposite side, and these cuts don't look as though they've been made by a battle axe. They look as though they were. I mean, from out of game perspective, they look like it was a laser. It just is clean as day, straight line, just off, and it's at a very unnaturally directly straight line at each place.
can you
Laser.
can you like describe what we're supposed to? I guess I'm having a really hard time.
The bones have been cut in half, very very accurately.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Marty picks up them. She goes to pick up a bone, and I think it's just sort of she goes to pick it up and it's just the two halves fall, and she's like, "Oh fuck! Oh,
Oh my god, that did not do that when I did that.
were these cut with magic?"
Yeah,
That's what kind of cut is that? I don't.
that's
She's
hey Rhea,
Yes.
how does your sword cut? You ever seen what it does to somebody's arm?
Yes, it's not pretty.
Is it clean?
No, almost by design. If you then she'll take the sword out and be like, devils are real into the sort of the agony and suffering. So there's lots of, and she'll sort of
the
motion at like the
serrations and-
serrations sort of down near the end of the blade. And
Silkaz,
Yes.
take a look at this. I want your expertise.
Silkaz will scooch on over and look at the bones.
Marty, can you put it together again?
Yeah.
Has Silkaz with his knowledge of magic, he can't say that he's seen anything that clean come from a spell quite yet, can he?
Probably not. No.
Mm-hmm.
No, not even magic could do something that clean. Not even magic missile does something that clean. It more, there's still some shards left out of each side of the bone if you cast magic missile at a vulnerable spot.
Yeah. Oh, Faye,
Yeah.
He's a good person to ask. That's smart.
have you ever seen anything like this before?
She will walk over.
I know you're not a bone magician. You like do blood, right, baby?
Yeah. These cuts were probably made with blood strings.
Oh.
Blood strings?
Yeah.
Like remember when we were in the Cult of the Dead 3 and you had the ball spawn
Mhm.
that made blood
yeah.
webs?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You remember
completely
that?
forgot about that.
Yeah, actually, does this look similar to when EV3's original arm got messed up? Does this look anything similar to that?
It looks somewhat similar, but the material is slightly different.
Yeah.
So you would assume that flesh and bone would cut much easier than what EV3 is made of. So yes, for lack of a better term, Faye is confirming that is indeed the case.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now that she points it out, this is really similar to when EV3's arm, like the original one before I replaced it, got fucked up by the ball spawn.
I
Like,
see that it moved out in a hurry.
Yeah, seriously.
That also makes me wonder,
I don't.
were there some here?
But what are you saying, Faye? Speak.
I don't think that. I don't know. I'm confused. I wouldn't expect them to carry this type of equipment. I don't.
Because there was a paddle in one of the boat, and the I mean, you bring a paddle to a boat. There's no water here.
That's odd.
Can Marty pull out the paddle?
Certainly. Okay. As you pick the paddle up, there's a sort of a array of things that fall from it. They are black and glassy and tink 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 fall to the ground.
It's a Makahito. Or it was.
Makahito.
Oh.
You hear about them every now in like
Those
history
are the-
class in Baldur's Gate. They
still use those in Chult.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally know what those are.
So Makahito is giant paddle. They have little obsidian blades. See here? Where things fell out of? Obsidian blades go in there. And you use it to slice.
Yeah. It's like a sword when you don't have access to metal.
Why would you leave your weapon behind?
14. If you were panicked.
No.
I mean, if you didn't think it was going to do any good.
Well, I think if they left in a hurry, we know exactly where they went. And he's going to motion to the pile of bones at the base of the tree.
My thing is, though, I mean, if that's... I don't know. I think I'd rather die trying to get my weapons than leave them behind. These things are... I mean, maybe they're not expensive to you guys, but, I mean...
I don't think for me, it doesn't seem to be a matter of being expensive. Seeing as the pile of bones has been set there intentionally, at least in my eyes, It could be that they didn't necessarily have a chance to grab them, or maybe the person that was in charge of handling the weapon is the one right there, and so they were attacked in their sleep or unwittingly, and so anybody else who was there had to leave because they either weren't strong enough or they didn't know how to use the weapon.
That makes sense. Jermina is going to reach into her pack, pull out a bolt of cloth, cut it, and she's going to kneel down and gather the obsidian shards and sort of tie it into that pouch.
Okay, easy enough.
And she'll kind of toss it back into her pack and say, "Did we? Damn, I wish we still had Thrix or whatever his name was, because I mean, this don't seem like weapons you'd bring. I don't know, it's kind of...
It's very strange.
Okay, you know what? I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. Are we good to go now?
Yes.
Yeah, we should move
Did we find
on.
everything we wanted to find?
I think so. Well,
All right.
It's left me with more questions, but we've at least got questions to ask.
Jeremy, would you like to hang on to the paddle as well? It's falling apart, but...
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, why not? Pass it over. Let's do it.
Yeah.
This is
Careful.
Thank you.
Give me 2
There
seconds.
might still be some shards left in it, so careful.
Thank you, Mari. That's very sweet of you. So, guys, are you keeping notes of what's happening to us?
Yes.
Are you writing down in your little floppy book? Okay, good.
Ooh, desiccated is another really good word for all this.
Desiccated is also a good word, yes.
All right. After this... Oh, I lost everybody.
I'm here.
After a
Okay.
word from our sponsor.
After this particularly lovely sight, we press onwards. Who is leading for this leg?
I
I
mean,
mean,
unless someone intervenes, Jeremy is going to keep going.
yeah, like we haven't had a reason not to trust Jeremy.
I have no wood to knock on.
Also, are we supposed to be seeing a specific hex crawl map?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, where's the hex crawl, Jason?
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
I don't have, I don't think I'm going to be able to have Foundry up.
It's okay.
Okay. Jermina's goal is to keep going towards the ziggurat. That's what she's gonna do.
Okay. From the clearing, you can see the sort of tips of some of those tall, like obelisk-like structures, but not the ziggurat itself. But go ahead and roll a survival check. Cool.
No. No.
I mean, we've totally been lost, like, this whole time. Like, it's... I mean, that's the cool thing about, like, the survival stuff is, I mean, rolling a 1 just means you get lost. It doesn't mean you trip, break your leg, die horribly, and...
That's what the one on the investigation checks are for.
Yeah.
Okay. So, making your way... oh, actually, can somebody roll me a D100?
I got it. Maybe. Balls. There we go. 53.
All right. So, you make your way further through the jungle. It has flattened out, and you're making your way through the lack of underbrush around the trunks of these trees inside of this artificial forest. You feel that sort of exhalation, that false wind once more blow and sort of rustle the trees around you. And in front of you, you come upon a skeleton who is in a pretty advanced state of decay, like to the point where, I mean, there's some ligaments and tendons and things like that left holding the skeleton together, but it's otherwise just sort of like it's almost to the bone at this point. And it is pinned to a tree, sort of through its chest, with two daggers just sort of stuck there, and it's just hanging.
I think Jernina sees it. I think she sees it like almost a little too late. Like she almost walks by it, then like slams into Olin, like walking back. And she's like, "Oh my god! Oh, Christ on a rocket! What the fuck?"
How big are these
Daggers.
daggers?
Olin was about to go inspect those, by the way.
They are pretty long.
Short swords?
I was gonna say they're basically short.
No, they're kind of in between. They have well, is somebody going up and inspecting them?
Yeah, Olin is.
Olin.
Okay. Yeah, as you make your way up and you look, yeah, they are essentially between a dagger and a short sword, but they are piercing, not slashing. And they are sort of very, very wide at the base, and they sort of taper up into like a wicked looking curve.
Okay. Olin's just gonna look at them real quick.
Pull him out.
I'm just looking at it.
Okay, I don't know. I got scared.
He'll start looking at it, see if there's any insignias or anything of the maker or anything like that.
Sure. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
Olin can do that. He doesn't know many
Yeah.
makers, but he knows what he's looking for.
Mhm.
Investigation. That's an 18. Holy shit.
Nice.
All right.
I'm not gonna say
So
anything actually.
you navigate and look your way around the daggers. The sort of the leather that makes up the hand grip is degraded in a very similar fashion to the bags that you found in the clearing some hours ago. And you look for a maker's mark or some sort of inscription along the blade or the hilt, and there does not seem to be one. Would appear whichever craftsman made these daggers preferred not to be identified by this work.
So the leather, is it like cracked leather? Like if Olin grabs it, he's basically it's gonna crumble and just
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck. Olin's gonna oh wait, hold on.
No cool daggers for you, Olin.
You don't know Olin's life, okay? I gotta figure out. Hold on.
Yeah, with Marty's
Ooh.
proficiency in blacksmith's tools, would you recognize the style?
I'm waiting for the answer, and then Olin's gonna do what he's gonna do because I have an idea. It's fucking hilarious.
Let's see. Marty, go ahead and make a. You can make a check utilizing the proficiency with your blacksmithing tools.
Okay, so in a healer's kit, is there something like gauze or tape?
That is, there definitely is, and that is janky as hell.
Olin wants them.
Okay.
So after Marty inspects, Olin's going to use one of the 2 healer's kits that he has been given. And basically, after he pulls the broken leather off, he's going to wrap both those daggers up where the handles are, and then yank the daggers out of the wall, out of the tree.
Okay.
But he's gonna wait for
Yeah,
Marty. He doesn't want to be rude.
So could this be an intelligence check with proficiency then?
Yep.
Cool. I'm just going to roll Arcana because that's the same thing.
Okay.
That's what, 4 shitty old daggers that Olin now has in his possession.
Right. 21.
21. Okay, so of the make of these daggers, you would be able to tell or know whether it's through trade-ins or looking at various sort of knives, daggers with your proficiency inside of marketplaces, et cetera, that this style is really prevalent around the Black Road, which is sort of this it is essentially a smuggler's pass that goes through the Anarok Desert that's used by the Zintharum. So if you had to put your thumb on it, it's probably some sort of regional blacksmith to the area that is known to work with the Zintharum.
Oh, it might be a Zintharum make of some sort. The Black Road near here.
Excuse me, Monte. Are you all set looking at these?
Well, I was just quick telling y'all about them.
No. I want to hear. I'm just wondering if you're all done looking. That's all.
But
yeah.
why would we be done looking? Olin.
Olin's gonna hold the gauze in his hand, pull the pieces of leather off, and start wrapping up the handle with the gauze on both blades, and then pull them.
So whoever passed through here either had connections to the Black Road or got these from the Black Road.
Well, they look
Yeah.
like
Do
to
you think
be
the Zantharum
Olin's
have
now.
been through here?
Hmm?
Do you think the Zantharum have been through here?
Maybe.
Do blood magic?
I think they might have people who are capable of it.
Say, do the wait, what? I'm thinking of the Fayans.
Those are the red coats.
Yeah, those are
The British?
Fayans are the necromancer fascists. The Zentarum are the opportunist mercenary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to put these... Okay, Jason, what is the actual thing of them called?
They're just daggers.
They're just daggers, but they do piercing instead of slashing?
I mean, regular daggers do
piercing
piercing.
instead
Oh, you fucked me up with that. I took
No,
myself.
they're just daggers.
They're just 2 longer daggers.
They're just
With a
thematically described for story reasons.
Oh.
Also, so daggers can get long. I
Slight.
don't know why we keep
Yeah,
bringing
stiletto.
Just the way he brought it up, that's all.
Stilettos are a kind of shoe, but they're named for what they are because of fucking knives.
Alright, so I'm just gonna call them...
And Sylvia's has both.
Hell yes.
Olin is gonna call them Zent daggers then, just so he
Okay.
knows where they came from.
Okay, well, this is but what happens to the
Or
body?
daggers would be more.
Oh, it drops instantly?
The body
Um,
just...
The body has been here so long that it is kind of being held up by the bark that has slowly grown around its ribs.
That's great.
Hate that.
Jeremina will bend down, pick up some dirt, and kind of sprinkle it over the shoulders and over the head, and just kind of...
It falls forward off the tree.
I think she blacks out for a second. I feel like grandma in a church, collapses backwards.
Like the one scene with Angela Bassett where she falls back into the crowd of her other churchgoers.
EV3
Jeremina? Jeremina,
What?
are you okay?
What? No, it's okay. The fucking thing jump scared me. The fucking thing was coming out at me. God, I hate the jungle. I hate being here. Lots of fucking dead bodies everywhere. Olin keeps stealing
Oh, my-
daggers.
I don't know. But
You
it just reminds
you
me of
took a
home.
bunch of gold in the sewer.
And
So I take daggers from dead body.
These are clearly equivalent.
Jeremina, is to protect you in case something happens. I need to make sure I have enough weapons.
you protect me?
Well, you were naked on the boat, and I helped.
Olin, I very distinctly remember you leaving me. In fact,
When-
I remember someone like skipped up having all the way over to the other boat.
To make sure they don't attack you, they attacked me.
Okay, well, I still think I remember them. That's right. They did attack me.
Because you got on the boat.
You were, well, of course I did. You were on the boat because you left.
I was trying to protect you, and you got on the boat.
That is not.
Let's keep walking.
We can walk and talk at the same time.
Jason,
Well, then start doing that.
is that 2 uses of the healer's kit since I did both daggers?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
Okay, and we are going to keep going to the... One moment.
This
I got
this way.
No. You are not leading. I am. We are going to the ziggurat, which what? Okay, so okay. Right there. All right, let's go.
That did
Right.
not vote
Can I make an
confidence.
insight check?
That did not vote confidence.
Can Marty make an insight check?
You certainly may. Jeremy, you can.
I mean, I don't know what you'd be insight checking.
I
was gonna say, that was pretty obvious.
Actually knows where we're going.
I mean, she
She has a general idea.
She does.
You said it yourself. We have no
True.
reason to think she's wrong so far.
This is kind of how she is. Like,
Yeah, fair enough. Good point. Good point. Also, Olin, they're more like Black Road daggers, not Zent daggers. That would be more specific. But, anyways,
Oh no, that was out of character. I wrote that stuff.
I know, but
Oh.
Marty still corrects.
Okay.
But
Is the fourth
never
wall
mind.
broken? Sorry.
It's crumbling just like everything else.
All right. For who's ever leading, go ahead and make a survival check. Five.
Oh my god!
We're about to start heading up the hill back to where we came.
we're gonna see Thrix. That's funny.
All right. So as you press onwards, eventually, you come to a very stark, very tall cavern wall that just is flat and rises up.
Jeremina,
Well,
I don't think I think you went the wrong way.
I think this is a very nice wall.
This is a very nice wall. I do gotta agree with that. Oh, you think I went the wrong way? Did I go the wrong way? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. But I sure didn't see any volunteers. So
Would you like me to try?
I would have liked you to try it, Owen, like 2-3 hours ago.
Then why didn't you say something? You said you knew what you were doing.
I'm gonna keep telling you what to do, Olin.
I thought you would lead her.
Yeah, but a leader leads by example. I think.
I'm Olin, I'm not Tsunami. I'm Olin, I'm not Tsunami. Oh, that's so bad. All
The
right.
tsunami's welling up.
Oh, they're so bad. I've been in a mood because of work, so I'm like all Tsunami in my head. All right.
If any of you think that you can do the leading round, whatever, I mean, I can't see any fucking shit over the trees. I don't know. If Owen's like 6'8", maybe he might.
6'8". Okay. Is there a tree that's close that looks like it's like reaching up to the canopy of the jungle?
Oh, right. Owen's gonna climb the tree.
There is, yeah, there are. It would take some time to climb and orient yourself, but Yes.
Okay, Olin's gonna climb it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a acrobatics
Okay,
or
great.
athletics check.
Let's
I was
go.
going to say. I was
Monkey.
going to ask Olin if he wanted to switch.
24.
He could do one round and do the other.
Okay. What you see is that you are here.
You are here.
And you are able from the canopy of the tree to see the large temple.
I'll send you a screenshot, Fish.
The large temple that you are headed towards, and shooting out of the jungle in several places are these 4 tall towers, sort of obelisk-like towers, and one is sort of in your direction of travel that you could use to dead reckon yourself.
Okay. So Olin's going to... How's he going to orient himself? He's going to face his body the direction it's going, and then what he's going to do is climb down the tree facing that direction. So that way, when his feet touch the ground, he's looking in the direction of the ziggurat.
Okay.
And
go ahead and make a check with survival check with advantage.
perfect. Let's get it. 19.
Okay.
Hey.
And with that, give me 2 seconds. I've got to move.
Fuck. I'm watching your mouse move, and I can see when you click and grab. Fish, the red is where he moved us from.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was a worthwhile misdirection. I loved it. Thank you. Fish is
Well done,
Jeremy is 10 out of 10. Great tour guide.
Oh, that's very
Oh.
I don't like when you say that.
okay. So, you all make your way following Olin's dead reckoning, and you make your way through the jungle and eventually find this large obelisk-like structure sort of jutting out of the ground. And as you approach it, the sort of reliefs and designs on it become more clear. Around the base, there's sort of a in the pattern that is there is sort of a low green glow, and then as the obelisk runs upward, there's sort of a square boxed off snaking like shape that if you really squint ends with the top of the obelisk sort of being a upward facing mouth of some kind, of some sort of creature that the body of is mirrored on each side of the obelisk.
That looked interesting. Do we want to keep going, or do we want to look at this?
I don't know if there's much we can do besides look at it.
It's for sure an obelisk.
It's the most
Yeah.
obelisk I've ever seen.
Yeah, I would say that is a dictionary textbook, an obelisk.
Okay.
Do you guys want to keep saying obelisk until it isn't a word anymore? Obelisk.
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 Let's keep walking. Please, let's keep
Obelisk.
walking.
Olin will point the direction.
Rhea, say obelisk.
Obelisk?
Okay,
Obelisk.
Faye, your turn.
No.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
So is your intent to take a more direct path? So like...
Si,
over-
senor.
Okay, that's what I figured. Go ahead and make a survival check.
You got this.
11.
Okay.
When the rolls run out.
God.
Man, I really hope that the
What the fuck did that just do?
that they don't get here before we do.
There's the emojis.
The custom ones do it. The custom ones do weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, very very lucky.
Wait, when did that start? Mine, they
all do different stuff.
earlier they
Like,
were just
they-
frozen for me.
Oh no, like
Dimma dab.
We gotta stay on topic.
Sorry.
All right. So, you somebody roll me a D100.
I can do it.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
Oh, boy.
Fuck. Nope, that's not it. Is it roll
no,
D100?
yeah.
28. I was like, "Hey, we got 100."
28. Okay. So, given you're leading Olin, and you had been one of the first to enter the clearing, and you see something that looks a little bit familiar on a tree in front of you. You make your way sort of towards this tree, and it has a very similar mark on it, sort of centered in the tree. But what is different about this tree is that on its sort of lowest hanging branches, you can see little glints of color just sort of hanging down, almost like a really, really expansive wind chime. There's just sort of these little glints of something that looks metal, almost like a dog tag type thing.
Olin is gonna stop before getting close to it.
Sure.
Bumps into the back of him.
Ow. What did you... Are you not paying attention?
You're the one who stopped suddenly.
Because I didn't want to get hurt.
Why would you get hurt? It's a tree.
That is not just a tree.
That's a Chinese.
Don't...
That is a lot of shiny things, yes.
No, Dermina.
Come on, you got your daggers.
Because I checked them before to make sure they weren't bad.
Well, then you check them before if they're bad. and
Didn't you
work
get enough shinies from the chest?
Didn't you
Also,
get
what
enough
if-
daggers?
What if this is actually a trap?
I
Exactly.
don't think it would be a
How
trap.
about we look?
I don't think it'll be a trap.
See.
It's not going to be a trap. Why would they put shiny things in a trap?
Okay.
Let's
Why wouldn't they?
Are you going to stay put?
10. 9.
That is not enough time.
Go.
7.
Olin's gonna
You're running out of
slowly go. Is she gonna run in? I mean, I'm gonna fucking let her touch shit. Only Ink can be able to control her. Olin's gonna slowly go in and look at one of the closest hanging parts to the far edge and see what it is.
Okay. Once you get close enough, despite the sort of waning light, you peer up, and it should be a sight that is very familiar to you. It is a gold coin with a skull in the middle, wrapped in a wreath of sort of motes, and these ones are all black.
Do they have active motes in it?
No, these ones, they've been, for lack of a better term, cashed in.
Olin's gonna back up and go, Dermina, don't touch that.
Well, what are they?
Olin's gonna take the coin that's out of his hat and show it to Silkus and go, they're not active anymore.
Okay, so why can't I have any?
Olin puts it back.
Okay. How do inactive coins work?
My understanding is they don't really. Once the kill is made, the energy or the blood, the soul, whatever it is, goes into the tower and feeds the ritual.
Okay,
After that, they're not an implement anymore, so they're just metal.
Okay, so they're... if they're not inactive?
That depends on if it's a coin that's been bound to a person or if it's just a coin that you're picking up, because the
Mhm.
a active coin is bound to a specific person. It's how it's all tracked.
Mhm.
You want
Okay.
you
so
want a
then,
dead coin, Deremina?
is it possible that they could have left these behind to if they like, are we certain they're inactive as opposed to someone left them behind to get anyone that wanders in involved in the game?
I don't think so. This to me looks like a warning, and she's gonna point at the mark on the tree, and sort of eyeball it and say, "I think that's probably a symbol of Baal." And she'll like trace a skull out where the bark has started to like reclaim where it had been sort of drawn away with like a knife or some sort of
Mm-hmm.
woodworking tool.
Okay.
I think Mars
Cool.
is frozen.
Oh no.
Oh, is this that time where they reboot?
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Did
Looks
we
like-
also lose fish?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
All right, well, let's quickly
All right.
go to break.
We will be right back.
have one?
Yeah, you can have one.
Can I pick it?
If you want
mean-
to, I guess.
Yeah.
Jeremina will walk in, and she is going to arbitrarily kind of flick her hand around. How are they on the tree? Like
Wire.
wire?
Yeah, very, very very, very thin wires, almost string-like. But given the fact that it hasn't degraded, you would assume it's metal.
She's going to find a coin that's exactly like dropped to eye level with her, or like in proximity, and then take it.
Okay, easy enough.
That does remind me, Olin. Are you going to keep my coin even as you go into Avernus?
This is not your coin. He pulls it out and shows that it's 9 motes.
No, but you took my coin.
No. Olin did not take your coin. Olin took
yes, you did a while ago.
No, I took the other guy's coin.
No,
No,
but
but
you
you
also
only
took
took
Silkez's.
two.
Oh, did I take
Yeah.
yours?
Yeah,
Oh,
You did
I
for a little
took.
bit.
I think oh, that's right. He did take. I thought I gave it back because it didn't. We found out it didn't matter if I had it or not. Thought I gave it back to you.
Well,
Oh,
regardless,
then Olin
it's
will
still
go.
amongst the party.
Olin will go into his pack and give back your coin. I thought I did because I remember we found out that even if Olin has the coin, it's still connected to you.
Yeah.
That's what Olin was trying to do. That's why I thought I gave it back. So my bad.
You're good. Thank you.
Oh yeah, are you going to be all right with that on your own?
It's nothing I haven't done before, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Silkez is used to living life in constant. In fact, I'd say that Silkez is. I mean, Silkez won't be alone.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fair. It just
mean,
occurred to me to worry about that.
Jericho, that, Dallin's little girlfriend. What? Lavender? I don't know.
Neither of them are into each other, but they are inseparable, apparently.
I don't know. Like, I get it. I think. I don't know. I get it. Like, it's kind of how I feel about Olin. Like, I want to put Olin in my purse and, like, walk around. Like, I want to put Olin in dog shows. And I want to take him to, like, a groomer and get his nails done.
Olin is looking at you with such confusion right now.
He comes back. He has a different little handkerchief around his neck each time.
Yeah, like a little.
Bandana.
Jedamina.
I'll take him to the lake.
Jedamina. He's like standing behind you.
You want to take Olin to the lake?
Jedamina.
Yeah, baby, I can hear.
I can't fit in your bag. I'm too big.
I will get a bag big enough.
Why? I can just walk.
Because I want to carry you around and show you off to my little friends.
I can walk.
You're just so. Jeremy's gonna turn around, like pinch, and by pinch I mean she's like grabbing, like the. And I was like, you're just so cute.
Olin's Olin's timeline stretching just makes him like.
Oh, don't do that again.
See how elastic that was?
That was a joke. I don't know if that's actually true, by the way. I just thought of it.
Nope, it's too late. Sorry, happened.
It's another
I
hint.
didn't know he could do that.
What
So did
the?
I.
Can you be careful? That kind of hurt my cheeks.
I'm sorry, baby. I just wasn't expecting it to. Did you guys hear the sound it made when it like slapped back?
It was like the sound of a rubber band, just...
Yeah. Except
What
like
do you-
hitting metal.
What are you talking about? You just pinched my. You just did this.
Don't worry about it, Owen. Just lead us, okay? Just look pretty and lead us.
Oh,
Oh my God.
okay. Owen will like rub his cheek and then start heading in the direction that he knows is where the ziggurat is.
I'd put Olin at a 7 out of 10. How does the
I-
council think?
Owen's being measured as he's
I
walking.
think... I think if we got him out of his Undertaker-style, like, outfit, he'd be an 8.
I mean, he was making it work at the little party dance thing. So yeah,
That's
I
true.
agree. 7, but 8 if he went for it. Marty?
If he didn't suffer from born yesterday trope, 9.
9. What? Wait, no. Come on. What's your
Born yesterday trope. This motherfucker lost his memory.
Born sexy yesterday.
That's called born yesterday. Fucker doesn't understand how to live in the world.
Tell me. Yeah. No. What's your reasoning for this?
I mean,
Oh, almost just fucked my entire computer.
women are like into like tall, dark, and handsome. Like he's friendly.
Well,
Like
no. I don't want to know what you think. What you think you're supposed to think. Your honest opinion. Forget that you're a lesbian. I know that you have eyes and you can.
Oh my.
that's what I was doing. That's
What
I
is this
said.
conversation?
Women are into tall, dark, and handsome. Like no. I want to know what you think, not what you think you're supposed to think.
Fine. Marty will sort of like stand back and just sort of like watch.
Olin,
Olin
walk
as, like,
ahead.
Yeah, walks ahead, and she's just gonna sort of like muscular.
He's got a good build on him.
No,
He
it's
did.
just
His shoulders did really well with that vest.
Olin is not a
We'll
piece
say
of
that.
fucking meat.
shoulders. Yeah, and he's friendly and nice. So yeah, I still stick with the 9.
Olin looks like that meat
I
on
would
the
not-
fucking bar spinning where they shave off the meat at the fucking car. You just see Olin like this.
I mean, that's what he looks like. That's what he looks like, a fucking kebab.
But because of the things I listed about born yesterday, 6.
Yeah,
Damn.
see, I feel like once we get back home, we could prop Olin up to a 10.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Cobalt, move over.
On
Got
God,
it.
Olin, we're gonna get you some bitches.
I can't believe you just said that in front of me.
Anyways, Olin, where are you taking to us next? What direction we going?
Olin not even like listening to y'all. Just like, oh, the is this way, because he's like a little bit ahead of you guys. Hmm?
We're confident about it, buddy?
No.
No, I trust you.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check.
I fucking hope I trust me too.
I trust you.
Let's go dice roll. Fuck. 1.
Oh,
God damn!
Which makes it a 5 though.
Okay.
Okay. You once again
Fucking terrible.
find yourself at one of those dead reckoning points. One of those large ziggurats. It looks much
Oh.
like the other one. Same green
We're closer.
glow, same motif. But you did somehow end up going in the incorrect direction.
Olin's gonna look around for like 2 seconds. Shit.
Do you want some help, Olin?
I was going to
Possible-
say I could go next. It seems like the ziggurat is right there.
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
thinking that we're taking turns, but I think we should be working together. Maybe have the advantage of multiple people working on this together.
I don't have problems getting help. I have no. It's fine with me.
All right. Yeah, it seems like we're pretty close now, because the ziggurat's gotten like taller as we've gotten closer to it, right?
Yes.
Can we see the cap now from here?
Yeah, so from this particular location, you can see the top of the ziggurat, and one of the things about being at one of these dead reckoning points is if you try to look for the ziggurat, you can always see it, and therefore will roll with advantage with your next roll. So you can feel free to take that advantage.
Yeah,
If
fuck
you
it.
would like.
Olin's gonna be looking around while we're all discussing taking turns, and Olin goes, "He's right there," and he points up at the cap of it. I was close. I was close.
You were fair enough. Let's keep
So-
moving then.
That way.
Y'all. Fuck. Okay.
We're so close. We're so close.
Fear. Fear.
Bro, I'm watching you fucking move these pieces. You're killing me, dog.
Fear.
Boop. All right. As you approach, you start to see the trees fade away. You see them get thinner and thinner, and you can see the stone base of the ziggurat. And as you sort of take a second and get ready to sort of take that last little bit to get to the ziggurat, the cavern gets very, very dark. But it isn't like the curtain pull that you experienced earlier when you were in the clearing. It is more just a almost instantaneous dark. And it is very dark. Almost for those with dark vision, you are utilizing all your dark vision. So if your dark vision effect reads like you see in shades of gray and things like that, you are putting in that work. You're not seeing color. For those without dark vision, it is inky darkness.
Is that any of us?
Faye and Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea doesn't like this. That's for sure.
Silkez is very lucky because he's got dark vision out to 120 feet. He is doing his bestest.
Oh,
I'm-
fuck. 1 second.
No.
No,
Don't turn
Marty.
on the light. Let's not turn on.
Okay. It's a small light.
I
It
don't
doesn't know.
trust like that.
Olin
Okay.
pulls out
This
daggers.
is darkness. It's not as if the
This is
thing
advanced.
just.
And
This is advanced darkness.
Uh,
and just as quickly as that darkness came, the regular lighting returns.
Ah, god damn it.
what the fuck?
Oh,
Flashbang!
oh god.
Oh god. Give us some warning next time. Jeez.
Olin's standing there with two daggers out ready to go.
Just.
Okay.
This is pretty great.
This is a great time to talk about this. What is our game plan when we run into those cultists?
Well, do we want to start going up the ziggurat now? Because I can make sure that at least
But
a
we gotta-
decent amount. All right, I'm saying we will most likely have to fight because they're not
Okay,
going to go down without a fight.
We see those cultists. We're going in.
Hmm
Going in as in we are trying to throw spells and shit at them.
Yes.
Or we talk logistics.
Honest,
I just want to get that covered.
First of all, are we in the clearing around the ziggurat now?
I'm assuming you guys are still in the wood line, having not exposed yourself yet.
Yeah, I would.
honestly, guys, I'm worried that blip was them finding and going through the portal. So I don't know if we're going to run into them.
We would have seen them.
We would have seen
or
them.
heard them go up in the ziggurat. They're a big company of people.
I mean, would we have? We got lost pretty early on.
But the blip just happened and we just got here. I mean, you saw the way they came in and cleared out the little
Mhm.
hot spot. They're not exactly keen.
They're not hiding.
Yeah, but like, I'm sure there's an interior, right?
We
Well, we
don't.
can find out.
We don't know.
We can
Yeah,
find
like-
out. And even if they've already
Yeah.
gone through the portal, what are we going to do about it then? Our best bet is to get to the portal as it stands right now.
Yeah.
But we
Also,
see them. We're flipping on them.
mhm.
Uh,
Also, as soon as we enter, I can make sure that the greenery around the ziggurat is thicker and harder to get through. So if they are close, they'll have a harder time getting through.
But Silkez,
Yes.
hey, you guys also have to leave.
They'll be going with
Leaving
Traxador.
alive is going to be easier if they don't have an easy time getting here.
They'll be
Okay.
going with Traxagor.
Yes, and we'll also have the time to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, they're teleporting out.
Can he get you from here?
Yes,
I mean,
that's what our goal was. We are supposed to get here, get Traxagor
Right, but
to
we
make sure he
also
gets here.
didn't
Yeah.
anticipate it being a jungle cavern where people have gotten stuck here before.
well, if Traxagor can't get here, then we're all stuck in here anyways.
Well, we'll be going into hell. Then we're gonna be
Well,
stuck in hell.
we need Traxagor to get into hell.
Do we? I thought we just
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. He's
He
in
has
charge
the
of
tuning
opening the
fork.
portal.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
So
just
he
where
has
it
to get
said-
here no matter what.
gotcha. Okay, well, and I can't imagine to make a lot of tuning forks into hell. Right, Rhea? Is that common?
I don't think so. I've not heard of such a thing.
Yeah, so we got it settled, but yeah, just we got several things established. Silkiz is going to
Forest it up.
force it up. Fuck yeah. And we see those cultist bastards. Okay.
Let us go.
Alright.
I'm scared.
No.
So, as they step out into the clearing, once everybody is out, Silkaz is going to turn around and cast plant growth.
Hold on, hold
the
on.
surrounding area.
Oh, I was gonna say, how big is this opening? Because we're just coming out of like one section of the circle around it. How big is the ziggurat?
It is quite large. It is at least like 150 feet on each side. And that's what you can see from here, but it's probably much larger. So what is the area of effect, Silkaz, on that?
100 feet.
So you could certainly bolster one side, or once you guys find the entrance, sort of put up a barrier in front of the entrance, if that's what you're interested in doing.
Yes, that's what he's doing.
Okay. That's why I wanted to
Um,
make sure, because I was like, that if you do it here, you're only getting like a slice of the pie. You know what I mean?
So you all make your way out into the clearing and track along the base of this massive ziggurat. And it becomes very clear that it is much larger than it seemed from the woodline. It is probably 3 times what you had assumed it to be along the base. And eventually you find a feeder staircase that sort of climbs up, and there is a large opening that seems to just enter in. There's no door. And as you begin to make your way up the steps, you hear sort of a rumble. From the chambers around you.
Well, that's not very, I can't even think of the word.
Not good?
Owen's gonna
Ominous?
Yes, very not good.
Owen's gonna look around.
Okay, make a perception check.
I'm good at those. That's a 9.
Oh, God.
That means I rolled a natural 2.
You don't see anything that's jumping out at you.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm sorry. If I had just if I shouldn't have. We probably would have gotten here in time if I hadn't
Mina,
over.
it was bound to be this way, either way. Silkaz is going to stand next to Olin and also scan and see. He's going to look at the forest first and then look behind them.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
God damn it. It's another 21.
Okay,
Thank God.
so you look at the chamber, and you look at the forest. And the chamber is much as it's looked most of your time in sort of the subterranean cavern. Not much has changed aside from the changing in lighting that you experienced when you first started your journey through the sort of denser portion of the jungle. However, the wood line, you are able to see every now and then a tree just sort of give like a little shake. And it's probably based on your travel, you know that you probably have about 30 to 40 minutes before they would arrive, assuming they don't get misdirected.
Okay. All right, so if we want to move, we're going to move now.
Let's go.
All right, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Olin starts going.
Yep.
Okay.
Marty is on EV3's back and is hopping up.
All right. You all make your way up the stairs and through the alcove, and sort of the stairs immediately boom, change direction again, dropping down. And as you are coming down, you see before you a large circle mosaic, sort of that has leaves and sort of very tight, intricate workings. It seems like it's either arcanely charged stones or some sort of glass or some other very fine building material. Boop.
I swear to God.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
This is great!
Okay, I take snipping for fish.
Yeah, this isn't creepy at all.
Loving that.
Right there.
Oh man, I would have had to set this on the other map, so I'm just gonna set it in the corner here.
Mm-hmm. Love this. Love this. Love this. Love this.
Is that me?
No, that's
No, that's me. Delete it. I had to set it in order for it to be cast.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, right. Yeah, no, as you guys, right before you dip down, you cast Silkaz and sort of throw that spell, and you see the forest begin to sort of build up. And it does so in the strangest way, where in lieu of sort of tangly vines and things like that, it is essentially just tree saplings and only tree saplings that are sort of intertwining into each other to create sort of that dense environment that will delay or need them to chop through.
Nice.
Interesting.
From the
Very
center.
nice.
Marty, as we enter, Marty will go ahead and say, "Should I ping Traxagor now?"
Yeah, I feel
Will
pretty
we-
confident doing that. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, Marty will sort of like reach into the back of her brain where that little like string of Traxagor sending was still hanging out. And she will sort of just like give it a pull and be like, Traxagor, I think we've reached it. This seems very like a good place for this kind of thing.
Okay. There will be sort of silence in response, and then eventually, no, give me a second. Oh shit, that was. All right, yeah, I'll give me 5.
He says he'll be here in 5 minutes.
Okay, well, this place is beautiful.
It really is. The mosaic
yeah.
work is stunning.
I see a door, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It's best that we stay focused here for now.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to set up anywhere? Do we want to prepare anything else?
Mira, you're trailing blood. Where are you trailing blood?
Probably didn't update the health.
Yeah, she just dropped 10. So,
Hmm.
so
Are you ready to fight?
as you all drop down and come into this sort of large space with this seemingly artificially lit, whether from above or below, mosaic with its glass or gem tiles. Now that you've gotten pretty close, it just seems to be the glaze on the tile that's sort of creating this quite bright effect coming off of the tile. As you look around the chamber, around on the walls, there are tableaus and motifs running all throughout it that picture what look to be sort of humanoids in various states of like either like military action, marching combat, things like that. And then there is another set of stairs which once again rises up. And for those analytically minded people, you would guess beyond the doors there, which sort of bear uh, two soldiers, sort of with spears or spear-like implements, sort of crossed across the door. You would guess whatever is beyond that door would be the center of the ziggurat.
Okay. Are we moving across?
Might as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I like how that moves Jeremy moves Marty and EB3 together. Ah.
Are we going all the way to the door? I win! No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Just as you begin to ascend the staircase, you once again feel the chamber rumble, similar to as you did before.
Fuck.
Hey, Silkez,
Yes.
since you're gonna be leaving us soon, would you do the honor?
Yes,
hate
I'd be
make
happy
a
to.
man such as yourself open the door, but
I have no issues with it. And he's going to firmly place both hands on both doors and shwip.
Okay. Unlike the top of the degraded bag and the sort of skeleton stuck on the tree, there is not much in the way of decay here. The mechanisms, you can hear them slightly clicking in the walls. The door itself opens assisted. There's some sort of mechanism in the walls aiding you in opening the doors, and they open very smoothly and quietly for the most part. And as the doors open on the other side, you see two braziers lit with a flame that is clearly like an everlasting flame type of spell. The flame clearly looks magical. And then in the center of the room is a massive statue of a mastodon or a elephant looking creature with its tusks looped forward, and sitting between the two tips of the elephant is a sort of glass mirror with sort of a shimmery, wavy, warbling effect to it.
Oh, there's that effect that Traxcore was talking about.
Finally. This is interesting.
This does,
My
however, mean
master.
that we have to make sure that. Wait a second. What's that? What's that? Elephant's Lulu?
Huh? Oh, yeah, Lulu.
apparently she is technically from somewhere else. I don't. Maybe elephants are the keepers of planar magic. I don't know.
Is that how big
I
they are
mean,
in real life?
well,
Yes.
I mean, this is a little bit different, but yeah.
I'm saying wrong. I just don't think they should be here. Those things, that's messed up. How big it is.
Mm.
Oh, that makes me so uncomfortable.
This also does mean that we have to stop them from getting to the door.
Oh, I mean
Unless they've
that's
already gone through.
No, yeah, unless they've already gone through.
Well,
But
I'm pretty confident they haven't.
yeah, I am too. But even if they have, if there's anybody else that is going to come our way, we need to make sure they don't get in here.
Well, Traxagor's gonna be here soon, so after that.
I mean, we can just like fuck up the door real good, right?
I mean, it seemed pretty well preserved. It might be hard.
I guess while we're waiting, Olin's just gonna try to break in the gauze a little bit more on the new blades, just so that way they fit his hand.
There's not really any kind of traps or anything, is there, in this place? It's what you see is what you get.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty straight to the point. On this map, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if I laid out walls here.
Mhm.
There are some antechambers, but for the purposes of what we're doing here, those antechambers do not exist. It is pretty much just a straight shot down to this
Gotcha.
massive statue of this elephant.
Hey,
Okay.
hey,
Okay.
Marty. If anyone knows how to break a fucking door, the mechanism sounded good, right? Why don't you
Yep.
find out what the mechanisms are, and we can figure out a plan for fucking them up.
Possibly. I'll look. Can Marty see these mechanisms anywhere, or are they like embedded in the wall?
They're pretty deeply embedded in the wall. If you want to make a check with thieves' tools or tinkerers' tools, you can see how much of it you can get in there.
Okay. She will use her tinker's tools to sort of get in there, which will be just gonna use Arcana again because that's easy. 17.
Nice.
17. So you're able to get a view slightly behind the door. The mechanism is fairly simple. It works on weights. So if you wanted to close the door and sever the weights from their or actually rather you would have to have the door open to sever the weights, and then you would have to close it and it would make it more difficult to open. However, once you severed the weights, it would also be more difficult to close if you wanted to lock yourself in the chamber with the mastodon statue.
Well, we'd have to open the door, and then cut it, and then reclose it,
Okay.
which is
I've got
going to be hard.
an idea. Faye, do you have to see blood to manipulate it?
No,
Does it have to be your blood?
definitely not.
I think we should use my blood to cut. I believe Faye gets it. Then we put it inside of the mechanism. Then we close the door, and Faye cuts the rates.
But doesn't
Like-
Faye and Silkas need to get out?
But Traxagor teleports him out.
I thought they were going with the other person.
Yeah, that's Traxagor.
Yeah, that's Traxagor.
Oh.
The raccoon man.
Oh, then if that could work, I guess so. But doesn't this portal move? Didn't they say this is temporary?
I think they mean temporary in the sense of based on the location of, astral shit.
I
Pardon my
also
French.
I also think that if they have a spellcaster that has knock prepared, Even if we were to cut the weights, it would blow this thing right open unless we were to barricade it or something.
But
Oh, wait.
I still think.
At which point, there is a poof. Yeah, it's been real nice.
Oh my god!
I
Oh,
think
man.
Jeremina she's almost lashed out with the whip and then just kind of brings it around Traxigor's head and trying to play it off.
Yeah, dignitaries, am I right? It's just wild. And floating alongside of Traxigor is Lulu.
Fuck!
Oh. Look at
Hi.
that. Oh, it's like looking into a mirror. Okay, all right. Well, what do we got here? Let's see. Gonna have to you have to give me a second. So,
Yeah, take your time.
yeah, okay, not a problem. You sit down like crisscross applesauce and just draw out some arcane glyphs with his tiny little raccoon hands. And we'll go ahead and begin to ritual cast something.
Silikas is going to he's going to actually stand just outside the door.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, Marty is going to go out and she is going to cast Alarm. Properly, like not even ritual cast.
Are you upon which doorway?
Entrance, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like the entrance.
Okay, fair enough.
Jeremina is staring at Lulu and is going through a lot of emotions.
Hi.
Do you love me?
I consider myself a lover, not a fighter.
So do you love me?
Sure, if you need a friend.
You got a friend in me.
I'm sorry, Lulu. I'm really sorry.
For what?
I've been so mean to you.
Oh, that's okay.
And you've just been a beacon of positivity.
I try. We all handle stress in different ways.
Can I pet you?
Sure?
Can I hold you?
Sure?
What does Lulu feel like?
Lulu is very warm, and is actually fairly light for what she is.
The flying elephant.
Yeah, but visually, Lulu looks heavy, but in reality, Lulu is not. Lulu's trunk is patting you on the back. Yeah, there.
Oh wait, Lulu's like elephant sized, right? She's not like a small
No, she's kind of like miniature. Think like this
Baby
big.
elephant?
Okay.
Yeah, like very
Baby
baby elephant.
While this traumatizing event is happening, Olin's gonna just casually walk over to Faye.
Hi.
Is this the adventure you were looking for?
Well, yes and no. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to locate the tower. I didn't locate the tower, but we did locate this place, which is interesting. The cult definitely did something here.
No.
Killed some people. I'm thinking they buried down. The people that were down here didn't bury up.
No,
It didn't dig up, rather.
that would make a lot of sense.
So, it was an adventure, but not the one I was really hoping for. But that'll come another day, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. Someone else will probably need to go to Hells, and you just tag along like you do.
Hopefully.
You seem one that finds adventure even if you don't mean to.
Well, I think I was born with adventure finding me, so there isn't much getting away from it, so I might as well embrace it.
Done. And you do seem like you can take care of yourself, so I don't think you have problems.
Thank you. You guys should be safe. I would make sure that while you're down there, if for whatever reason you need to resupply, there are settlements in hell, City Brass, and war bands, but you probably wouldn't want to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
Marty, at this time, your alarm spell goes off.
Oh,
And that's
something.
what's wrong?
My alarm spell went off.
Faye, I've had a great time with you. I love you. Be safe, and I'll see you soon. Silkez,
Silkez is taking out his rapier. Yeah.
goddamn, in another life. Catching it and keeping it.
At this point, those who are looking at the entrance you all came down, you will see a large contingent of individuals, to include the half dragon that you saw, and their Retwin is being led by a somewhat handsome gentleman with like a streak of blonde hair, and he's dressed in like a blue doublet, with a rapier at his side, and sort of comes and takes one step and places a foot down on the mosaic, and at which point Traxagor will sort of will snap out of his ritual and will stand up and say, "All right, I think I'm pretty sure I can put us down." Oh shit! At which point, that handsome gentleman with the blonde hair, there will be a boom moment in time where there's a split, and he grows and grows, and then eventually those sort of claws come down, breaking and cracking the ceramics.
No.
And before you is a blue dragon. And this blue dragon is somewhere between young and adult.
Oh, no.
In its adolescence, and it sort of snarls and will sort of beckon its cadre forward. At which point Traxagor says, "All right, we gotta go. Let's go.
Okay.
Go. And Faye is going to step up and towards the dragon.
Faye,
What?
Faye,
Go. I'll deal with
Guys,
it.
you have to go. Don't.
Yeah. The faster we go, the faster I can get back here. Let's go.
Pretty will quick give Silkez a hug and leave.
Jermina will put Lulu back in the air and then
Olin will step back and go, "Give them hell for me," and he walks back.
And at which point Traxagor's like, "Okay, hands," and he'll have a tuning fork out. At which point, you see Faye drive a hand forward, and just one of the half dragons just dissolves into a puddle of blood, which then sort of comes alive that is effectively a blood golem and begins just slugging. Silkez,
Hi.
this is your outro.
come on, give it to us.
Fuck. Silkez is my one question is
This is 100% a rule of cool thing. Do the coolest
Oh,
fucking
God.
raddest shit you can imagine. That's it.
Fuck it, do it.
I have two questions. One is
Sure.
the dragon wearing anything metallic?
No.
God fucking damn it.
I will say yes. I will say that around its neck, it is wearing a chain of some kind, whether it be a station of office or some sort of identifier. It has a magic chain around its neck.
Do it.
It's because it's casting heat metal on that bitch.
Fuck yes. So, you cast heat metal on the chain, and sort of the dragon started driving forward as this just sort of torrent of blood, now animated, crashing across it. You see the blood sort of coagulate and steam off as it begins to get hotter and hotter, and the dragon has to stop, and it rears back and starts clawing at its neck, and eventually will just sort of snap the chain off of itself. And with that, the rest of you wink away, and it is a strange torrent of sensation as you are pulled through the cosmos, pulled through the planes, and eventually you sort of feel a very you get set down, and it has gone from a wet, sort of cold, stale air to a hot, disgusting, absolute inferno as your sight comes to. Ash clouds sort of billow up from around you. You're surrounded by what looks to be the bombed out sort of wreck of a city from sort of the Sword Coast region. Buildings have crumbled, and sort of you look to the sky, you see meteors, and then off in the distance, these large blade-like sort of vessels sort of tip down that sort of cut through the smoke and ash as sort of just sulfur and just the worst smells imaginable hit your nostrils. And Rhea will say, we're in Elturel, and Traxcore will say, all right, it's been real, gotta go. And you'll hear the tuning fork again, and Lulu will say, he forgot me. And Jeremita, you feel a sort of little trunk wrapped around a wisp of your hair.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We have a companion.
If High Hall is there, that means we are on the south bank. Which, if we are on the south bank, that means that we've got that's a problem. Rhea is like in problem solving mode, and she's like, pair of black antlers. We need to go to the pair of black antlers.
Okay.
It's a Hell Rider meeting location, and if there are any surviving Hell Riders on this side, that is where they would rally.
Okay,
All right,
Rhea,
then we're going.
we follow you. You got this.
Okay. And with that, you all step off into the roads of Elturel, and we begin the next portion of our journey into descent into Avernus. And that is where we'll leave the session.
Fuck.
Ah! Ah!
All right. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We have finally reached our destination, which is only the beginning.
It took a literal fucking year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is
And
actually
37 episodes. Muty, if you guys didn't understand, Mars is no longer playing Silkez, but they are going to still be in the campaign. They're not going anywhere. We will figure out who that new character is, hopefully next week. We also have an elephant that I didn't expect to bring in.
Just fucking have Lulu.
We might have to I might put a fucking sticker on our overlay just to have the elephant there, because I think it'd be fucking hilarious. But we'll figure that out. But for now, thank you all for coming and hanging out with us for our D&D session. We hope you all have a great weekend. If it's Sunday morning, please, watch the road. And have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.